In this video, we are going to discuss another looping construct in Java, that is a for loop in Java. In this demonstration, we are discussing about the for loop in Java. So int sum is equal to 0. So the sum has got initialized with the value 0 of the type integer. And then for int a is equal to 0, semicolon, a less than 10, semicolon, a plus plus. That means here we are defining one variable and initializing it with 0. So that is a loop control variable. Here the a is known as the loop control variable. So at first the initialization, then semicolon, then you will be having one condition. Depending upon the condition, it will be decided whether the loop will get executed further or it will get terminated. And then semicolon, and then we will be having increment or decrement factor of this a of this particular loop control variable. So at first initialization, then semicolon, then condition, then semicolon, then increment or decrement of the loop control variable value. So this is the basic syntax, the basic grammar of this for. So now when this condition will be true, then this block will get executed. What we are doing here, actually we are printing one line and then we are going for sum is equal to sum plus a, and outside of the loop sum has got initialized with the value 0. So a can have maximum value as it is getting increased by 1 starting from 0. So a can have maximum value, that is 9, and 9 less than 10, the condition will be true. So this sum can add with the values ranging from 0 to 9, because a can range from 0 to 9. Because after 9, when the value of a will get incremented by 1, when the value of a will get incremented by 1, so it will become 10. So 10 less than 10, the condition will become false. So it will come out from the loop, for loop, and this line will get printed. So let us go for the execution for the better clarity. You can find that the value of a is ranging from 0 to 9, and these values are getting added with the sum, and at the end, after getting out from the loop, we are printing that the value of sum is 45. That means when the value of a will be equal to 10, then it is coming out from the loop. So that's why if we print the value of a outside here, if you print the value of a outside of this loop, I'm expecting that it will print the value a as 10 here. So let us go for the execution. One error is there, so I'm just going for this printing. Is a loop control variable, so that's why it is not having the scope outside. So it is better to go for here int a. Okay, so I'm defining this a. If we write this int a here, that means this scope will be confined within this for loop only, so not accessible from the outside. But if I define this variable a outside of this loop, then obviously it is accessible after the for loop also. So now let me go for the execution. You can find that a is equal to 10. We are finding the value of a is becoming 10. So 10 less than 10, the condition is becoming false. So that's why it is coming out from the loop. Now see, instead of having this, we are not erasing the semicolon. Instead of having this, also you can write directly here. Okay, so now let me go for the execution. You can find we are going to have the same output. Instead of writing this a plus plus, instead of writing this a plus plus here, I can also put this a plus plus here. I can also put this a plus plus here. You can find that we're having the same output whatever you are getting, but don't omit this semicolon. So semicolons should be there, but you can have this initialization statement and this increment or decrement statement in other part. If I write a plus plus here, so let me go for another experiment. If I write a plus plus, so you see for each and every iteration, a is getting incremented by 1 here and then 1 here. So a is getting incremented by 2 for each and every iteration. So if I go for the execution, you can find that the value of a will get incremented by 2 always. So after coming out from 8, it is becoming 10. So when it is becoming 10, it is coming out from the loop, and now we are getting this 10 as the final value for a after coming out from the loop. So 0 plus 2 is 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 6 is 12, plus 8. So I'm getting here 20 as a sum. So I think now the conception is getting clear to you that how to use the for loop in our Java code. And whenever we require some iteration, we require some looping, if we require some repetitive work, we can use for, we can use do while, or you can use while do.